Hello, brothers and sisters. I'd like to ask you to join me for another episode of Just Sayin, my short devotional series. And I sure wish I could be with you in person, but I want to share some things to lift you up, to keep you walking with the Lord, to remain steadfast in Him, and to give you to energize you, to make you think. These are things that made me think. Well, one of the things that we don't naturally do is listen. In fact, we don't listen very well. And the multiplier doesn't come out right because God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should probably listen twice as much as we speak, but that isn't the case. And one of the things that we got right now is we're all inside. And we're staying in, and the people that we're with are our family. And there's no one that's more important to listen to than our family. And so one of the things that we need to learn to do is to get good at listening. And there's a verse in James chapter 1, verse 9. It says, "This you know, my beloved brethren, that everyone must be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger." And so let's work on being quick to hear and slow to speak. We want to hear first, and then we want to talk. We want to hear what someone has to say. In my mind, there's nothing more rude than somebody finishing your sentences for you. Now, if you love somebody and you know them very well, you may be tempted to finish their sentences for them. Or you may be tempted to roll your eyes and say, "I've heard this before." But if you've heard it before and they want to say it again, isn't it important that you listen to them simply because they are important? What is their story? What is the story that they want to share? And they need someone to share it with. If we consider the golden rule to do unto others as we would have them to do unto you, don't we want someone to listen to us carefully, to find out their story? I've been taking some classes called clinical pastoral education, and one of the things that they teach us is that when someone is telling their story, watch for an emotion that they share and ask them about it. Ask them to tell you about it. Then they know you're really listening, and then they know you really do want to hear them. Then learn to enjoy their story, and learn to hear their story and to take it in. And this passage says to be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger. Where do most of our fights come from? Well, it's because we're quick to anger. And if we had been careful to hear and to hear them correctly, then we might not choose to get angry. As we're together and we're inside around 4 walls, let's listen to one another. No matter how large the people are, they need to share their story, and they need to care about that. They need to know that someone cares and someone who loves them is listening. Just saying.